Before accepting God into my life, I'd been angry at God. I didn't understand why he'd taken good people away from me and why I'd had to suffer difficulties in health and materialistically. He'd made me feel hopeless, abandoned, alone. I placed myself at the centre of my motivations and lived for the present and for pleasure. I received Jesus gradually. It started with moving and I found my childhood Bible, which I started to read, and as my health was repairing, I gave thanks by attending church services, though hiding at the back of the congregation, hoping no one would talk to me. Though racked with ignorance, shame and guilt, the hypothetical mustard seed had been planted. And God started to make a change in me. I met my fiancée, and I changed careers away from nightclubs towards helping people with technology. And after 4 years, this work involved me being sent to India, where I was exposed to a multitude of faiths working together. However, I was befriended by a person who was a Christian and never stopped smiling. As I finished my secondment, they gave me a printed prayer for a safe journey, and this I found very touching. Within a few months of my return, I was blessed to learn I was going to be a father. Pregnancy was smooth, but the birth had complications. An emergency cesarean was called for, and the doctor couldn't remove our child and he'd become stuck. I was ushered out of the operating theatre and was told I'd be updated. Something had gone wrong. I sat alone in the waiting room, not knowing if they were going to be okay, and it was a very dark time, during which I talked to God, and by his grace, both mother and child survived, and for the first time since childhood I prayed giving thanks. I didn't want to use life's drama, a life-changing event, to start accepting my faith, so I left it 2 years to think long and hard about it. And a church plant arrived locally, and social media's algorithm must have picked something up I was thinking about God, as a video of the church arrived in my newsfeed, showing me what Hope Church was all about. There were too many signs for me to ignore now. I've learned that I have a choice to continue the way I had been, or to trust in Jesus and remove the downward spiraling power of sins from talks at church and studying with the church family. I was being offered to become a child of God, and through the death and resurrection of Jesus, I would be forgiven for all sins past, present and future if I refused to trust in him. My life has changed dramatically and for the better through God. Although I know I may suffer at times because of my faith and the way that the world is, I am committed. The Bible has challenged me in understanding in how I conduct myself, but working with the Holy Spirit and prayer to gain clarity and insight, light has been shown on the purpose of my life and actions. The power in Jesus fills me with hope, and respect of God's grace has given me a new heart and started disciplining me in his law.
Wonderful.
Amen.
Amen. Great. Ross, would you be able to tell us why you've come to be baptised today?